Well, good fine early morning to y'all. Now, as most of you may know, beards tend to be a sign. Beards tend to be a sign of masculinity and what have you, yes. I want to get some people in here before I get this rant officially started, because, yeah. This is going to be a rant about glitter beards, and trigger warning, some of the things I say, some of the things I say may offend some of you, and quite frankly, I don't care. We live in a fucking world full of snowflakes, and it's ridiculous. It is simply put ridiculous. Okay, CJ, if you have not seen a glitter beard, Google image real quick. If you do not believe me, dudes are putting really, really colorful glitter in their fucking beards. I mean, okay, now here's the thing. I cannot legitly say too much about this rant, so before I go off and say anything, yes, I wear eyeliner and black lipstick, but I'm goth. That's one thing, right? I mean, that's understandable. But glitter beards, what the fuck is that shit? Although I'm into like black metal and shit, and because I'm into black metal, it only makes sense that I'd wear some goth attire and what have you. Yeah. There we go. Back in business. Do you still have your shotgun? Why, yes, I do. It's a pretty sweet little deal. Well, thank you for that compliment and $2 donation. Much obliged. And this is the kicker of it. I mean, I cannot. Full disclosure, like, before I go off and do this rant, which may trigger a lot of people on YouTube, well, I deleted the video I made last night because I didn't like the way it turned out. I do that sometimes. I retouched the paint on my wand and then added a shit ton of Mod Podge to it on this half right here. That dried very nicely. Now what I'm going to do is I want to add some Mod Podge to the handle and let it dry. Look how nice and shiny that is with the black and the green paints. This is my wand that I made, and it's not for the batch, but it looks 1,000 times better with that fresh paint job. And the Mod Podge on the wand half definitely made it nice and shiny. Hopefully that'll protect the paint on it. And of course, I added some black spray paint to the to this side of the wand because it was looking a little faded. So Looks like the Mod Podge got to about here and then stopped. So what I'm going to do is very lightly hold it in the vice clamp here. And I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the top, to the handle right here, or to the bottom of the wand, I should say. Yeah. Oof, that Mod Podge, though, it smells, I guess you could say, weird. Hold on a second. Before I go and put that back on the clamp, there we go. I'll just take it off the vice clamp and just, yeah. Because the Mod Podge on the wand itself is dry, so I can pretty much pick it up by hand here. And now this will make, I wasn't sure how the Mod Podge was going to act when I first got it, so I was testing, or I should say, refreshing my wand making skills for the business. I made this one, and upon refreshing my wand making skills, I'm like, all right, I still got a hand in this. All right, cool. I can still pull off some good looking wands. Cool. And then when I started applying more Mod Podge to the wands I sold on Etsy, they dried. They made a nice quality shiny wand. And hopefully this Mod Podge will protect the paint from being scuffed off and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm working on my personal conceal wand, touching it up, getting the paint back on there. The paint was a little scuffy because I was doing all that shit last night. I didn't put that much Mod Podge on there, but enough to coat the handle here. So that way when it dries, it'll be just as nice and solid, just like any other wand in my batches. Yeah. Because there's already Mod Podge on that little section right there, so I'm gonna pinch it. Oop. Try not to get Mod Podge on my hands, but that's all right. There's enough Mod Podge on the handle now that once that dries, I didn't put Mod Podge on the handle of mine when I first did it. When I first made it, because I didn't know how it was gonna react to the leather, but I wanted to make the leather shiny, so I guess, how that works. So it looks just like any other wands that I've sold on Etsy before, but this has got my own personal touch to it. I mean, the paint job on that wand, the combination of two different shades of green, darker, and then a lighter dark green. The lighter dark green with the darker dark green, and then a little bit of black. It looks really nice. So before I get into my glitter beard rant, yeah, put a little bit of that Mod Podge on my wand handle on this section of it, so that way the handle itself can be nice and solid. Okay. Wash my hands real quick. I'll be right back, YouTube. As most of you may know, I'm a very creative person. I support creativity and art and that sort of thing. But what the fuck is a glitter beard, you ask? Men are taking some kind of glitter beard paint or whatever the fuck it is, and they're painting their goatees, their beards, their mustaches with glitter. Straight up. And it doesn't come off as feminine. It just comes off as extremely gay. What? I said it. I said it. I fucking said it. Okay? And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, well, you're one to talk with your goth makeup. Okay, that's understandable. A cynical autistic who's goth, that's, I mean, that's just, like putting milk in a bowl of cereal now, isn't it? But there's a line I do not cross, even with the gothic makeup that I have. I might put some black lipstick on, I might put some black eyeliner, and that's as far as it goes. But most of the time, I just stick with eyeliner because the black lipstick never really stays on. But to me, it's like, okay, goth is at least cool. It's badass. It's got this sort of spooky vibe to it, It has a respectable culture behind it and a lot of history. Glitter beards make no goddamn sense. Like, what kind of fucking retarded faggot came up with that? Like, seriously, if you thought skinny jeans were stupid, which they are, glitter beards are way stupider, in my opinion. I did say, in parentheses, trigger warning, because some of the words I may use in this live stream may offend you. Words like retard and what have you. But the way I see it, and this is just the way I see it, if you learn to be less offended by certain words, if you learn to get a little less triggered by certain things, then these offensive words no longer have their offensive power. You see what I'm saying, YouTube? I know it's off topic, but hear me out for a second. Like, let's say, hypothetical, if you will, that someone said a word that offended you. Oh, now you have to make a video or a comment about it. You got to be so affronted that you're practically up in arms, ready to cut someone's head off because they said a word that offended you. I might be overstating it just a bit, but winter may be over, but that doesn't mean we don't have snowflakes. Am I right? And well, people are like, well, you're giving people shit for being overly offended snowflakes, but what about the trolls that pick on you and, blah, 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 blah. Exactly my point. You know what I'm saying? And being a public figure on YouTube with autism, somebody who's not afraid to be their heterosexual goth self, it intimidates people. They think, well, because there are some people who don't quite have the confidence to be themselves. And when they see somebody who's not afraid to be themselves, it's intimidating to them because they're jealous of how confident people like me are. I mean, to me, being goth is understandable. But what the fuck is a glitter beard? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want to dye your... I can even understand dyeing your beard crazy colors. I can understand that. You know, you want to have like a hot pink glitter, like a hot pink glitter beard that just looks retarded as shit. Like any glitter beard, period. I don't give a fuck what color it is, dude. Even if it was black and green, it still looks stupid as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because glitter beards are fucking retarded. Okay? What emo hipster faggot was like, okay, what can I do to make it look like a unicorn pooped and threw up all over my beard? Oh, I know. You know, like people like Dimebag Daryl, for instance, who would dye their beard a color. You know, they would have like red tips in their beard or some shit like that. That I can understand. You know, you want to dye your beard jet black with like green tips. That look cool. Okay, dyeing your beard, I can understand that. But glitter beards, I cannot physically understand the appeal of them. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand the appeal of I really do not understand the appeal of wanting to look like a unicorn diarrhea all over your fucking beard. I really just, you know, and I'm sure there were people back in the day that when the whole goth look first started, they were just like, what the fuck is this shit? Why are dudes suddenly painting their nails and wearing eye makeup? Is the world gone mad? But these days, YouTube, things like this are more acceptable by a more PC society that's post-joke, and not only is our society way too fucking PC, but our society is also incredibly narcissistic and self-centered. Our society is also egotistical and hypocritical. This is some cherry pipe tobacco that I picked up from the local cigar shop. And for $10, I can get a pretty decent amount. Like enough tobacco to roll a couple cigarettes. But if it's pipe tobacco, I generally stick it in my pipe because it's easier to smoke out of a pipe. I mean, it's pipe tobacco, so of course you're going to stick it in your pipe. And on top of that, YouTube, this pipe tobacco has a really nice aromatic cherry scent to it. The kind of tobacco that would remind you of an older relative who might have smoked, you know what I'm saying? Mm. So I go to char light it, and lo and behold, I'm not getting a very good draw off of that. Yeah, sure enough, the stem's clogged. All right. I mean, there are people who get triggered by me using my mouth to unclog my pipe. They're just like, oh, for God's sakes, get pipe cleaners. I would get pipe cleaners, but I really don't feel the need to because this is just easier. It's less, it's less hassle. And this billiard I have unclogs pretty easily. And there are even some people who get offended by you smoking a pipe with your bic, and it's like, oh, why don't you use matches? It's more traditional. Oh, look at that old school wooden matches. There we go. You want to hear my joke about snowflakes? We live in a society of guns. People are too easily triggered. Oh, ouch. Hashtag truth. You know, and this is the thing of it. If you would sincerely find your lives would be a lot, all of your miserable fucktard lives would be a lot less miserable if you weren't so easily offended. Oh, Gothic King Cobra said, fucktard. How offensive and lewd and crass of him. You know what I find crass? Our fucking hypocritical, narcissistic, self-obsessed, egotistical, double standard society. That's what I find crass. The fact that men and women are held to different standards. The fact that women and men are not paid the same amount. The fucking gender wage gap and shit like that. Now here's the thing. Okay, if both man and woman have the same job, but one person has been with that company a lot longer, and of course, if you've been with the company a lot longer, of course you're going to get paid more. That's understandable. But if both male and female counterparts have worked in the same company for the same amount of time, but one gets paid more than the other, that's bullshit. Not really paying a whole lot of attention to the comment section at the moment. I'm more or less just going on my tyrant, if you will. Trying to unclog my pipe for a nice, pleasant early morning smoke, which it's not that terribly early. It's only like 9:12. I'm not going to be on YouTube too much longer here. I'm going to stop the video momentarily to go. In a moment, I'll stop the video to go wait for UPS. Because you literally have to be right at the fucking door. Otherwise... Oh, shit. I'm going to drop my tobacco pipe stem. No worries. Set it right there for a second. And I haven't really quit cigarettes. I just don't smoke them as often. Just because they're so fucking expensive anymore, and pipe tobacco ends up being so much cheaper. And you can get more pipe tobacco for your buck than you can, you know. But after UPS shows up, I want to go down to my bank and see if my YouTube money transferred. And if it did, to quote Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, excellent. I can, yeah. I may end up saving a small portion of that from my car, but I'm going to end up spending most of it. I owe a friend some money and, that sort of thing. And I'm always good about paying my debts off. If I ever borrow money or anything like that, I pay it off as soon as I can. How did I discover pipe tobacco? Well, I've always loved the smell of it, to be honest. I mean, it's magnificent. You get a nice cherry pipe tobacco. I mean, most non-smokers are easily offended by the smell of tobacco, but I've discovered that most non-smokers generally don't complain about the smell of a good pipe. It's usually the stanky-ass cheap cigars and the cigarettes that bother people. Like, the thing that gets me about these extremist non-smokers, like, they're so adamant about... They're so fucking adamant about, stopping your filthy habit, because they're like, your life matters to them so much, right? It's like, here's the thing. These are the same assholes that go to fucking yoga class for about 4 minutes and spend about half the time on their fucking cell phone And then the other half going, okay, how many Pilates am I going to do so I can brag about it to my Instagram followers? Because, you know, right? They think to themselves, oh, you know, yep, they're unclogged. Beautiful. Stems unclogged. All right. I mean, all the carcinogens from this tobacco is all going to the same spot anyway, so which is in my body. So I really don't care if I unclog it, just like I just did. Okay, now we're in business. I could use my lighter, but in ode to the old school pipe smoker, I'm going to use some wooden matches. Because some people say that if you use a lighter like this one, that it takes away from the flavor of the tobacco. But here's the thing. These little bastards aren't as windproof as the Bics are. Then you gotta sit here and strike it repeatedly, and it's like, there it goes. Give it a second to burn off that tip. Give that a nice char light. Tamp that down. Oh, look at that. Got it going on the first strike. There we go. Because now that I've unclogged my pipe, give it a poke down the middle. There we go. Which when I've put the tobacco out, but that just gave my pipe the perfect draw. I don't know how you couldn't be a fan of this cherry pipe tobacco. I mean, it smells delicious. I got a little ashtray that I can put all my burnt out matches in. So, but as I've said, what the fuck is up with glitter beards? Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back to that because I got a little distracted, ranting and raving about other things that pissed me off and things I don't understand. What's next? Glitter pubes? Shit. Some chick taking her pubic hair around her vagina and trimming a pot leaf above her vagina and then bedazzling it with green glitter. Like, seriously, is that the next thing? I don't even know. Which, that'd be kind of interesting to see. Be like, damn. My point exactly. Glitter beards are weird. That's the nice way of saying it. I know some of you might be triggered by the fact that I said a couple of words, but you know what? Kiss my ass, burgers. You oversensitive pussies. I mean, case in point, I get bullied all the time on social media. And I really try not to let it get to me too much. Oh, how's the weather in Wyoming? It's not too bad. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Let's see, the weather outside right now is a cool 50 degrees. And it's expected to warm up into the as high as 64. Sweet. I don't want any snow on Friday. What the fuck is wrong with you? We're done with that shit. It's like I just want the snow to go away. But yeah, glitter beards are fucking stupid. Like, what the shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea of it, and I can't. I mean, I can understand why I'm goth, because I'm cynical and I see the world for what it is. I'm not some fucking sheep. That makes sense. That I can understand. I can understand pipe smoking. Pipe tobacco smells really sweet. It satisfies a nicotine craving. And even though tobacco smells really sweet, I got the window open so the apartment doesn't just fog out with cherry pipe tobacco. My point exactly. Glitter is for fairies. So unless you're gonna be granting Timmy Turner some fucking wishes here, then why the fuck do you got glitter in your beard? A Fairly Odd Parents reference, yes. And again, I'm not here to judge people. If you want to put glitter in your beard, more power to you, but that's just not my thing. I know some people are going to look at this video and be like, well, who the fuck asked you your opinion? Nobody. Sucks to be you. I got freedom of speech. Well, okay, here's the thing about that. That's a good question. Aaron Riker says, what if stripper glitter was in your beard? Okay, that's the only exception. Like, if you go to a goddamn strip club and you get a fucking sexy lap dance from some sexy ass chick and she shoves her tits in your face and the glitter from her tits gets off onto your beard, that's one thing. That's one thing. People are like, why the fuck do you got glitter in your beard? You some kind of fairy? We're like, nah, dude, I went to the strip club. That bitch was fine. That's one thing. That's understandable. That's perfectly understandable. And that's most definitely what's up. But deliberately putting glitter in your beard just so you can say, oh, look how shiny it is. Like, either you're on way too much LSD or you're a faggot or a fairy. One of the three. Like, seriously. That's the only reason I can figure someone putting glitter in their fucking beard is either they're a faggot, they took way too many hallucinogenic drugs and now they're just tripping balls, or they're a fucking fairy. One of the three. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's how you do, that's how you do. I'm not here to judge. I don't care if you're a faggot. That's more pussy for me. You feel me? But there is a big difference between a faggot and a gay dude. At least gay men know their boundaries, right? But a faggot don't even care. Like, it's annoying as shit. You go to a fucking bar to have a drink with a couple of friends, and they just assume because of your fucking goth makeup, and it's like, fuck off, bro. Done told you the first time. You keep harassing me, we're gonna have problems. That didn't look right, did it? I'm all sitting here packing my pipe down right here, like, oh yeah, pack that pipe, yeah. Oh yeah, pack the That just did not look right, did it, YouTube? I got my tobacco pipes chilling in my lap, like right here, and I'm all grabbing my pipe tool, and I go to pack it, and you see my arm moving up and down, like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, geez, get your mind out of the gutter, you perverts. I'm just packing some tobacco. Oh, no, you didn't miss anything, really. I'm still ranting about it. I mean, this live video is almost 40 minutes long, so I don't want to be too much longer with it. But I'm just saying, like, what the fuck is wrong with people anymore? Well, I didn't upload the video to YouTube. I uploaded it to Pornhub. Yoga pants on females are nice. I mean, especially when the chick's got a nicely shaped body. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Hot ass chicks in yoga pants. Yummy. If you don't know what Pornhub is, then you've been living underneath a rock. And to be quite honest, chatterbait females is way better. You'll find some hot ass chicks on there. You'll find some chicks that, you know, there's a little bit of something for everybody on that deal. So that is just a wise tale spread by Christian dogmatic society. That comment was so fucking ignorant that I'm going to put you in timeout. Are chatterbait chicks down to fuck? More than likely. You never know. If you play your cards right, maybe. Favorite chatterbait chick. Oh damn, that's tough because I've seen some very gorgeous chatterbait women in the last couple of months. Like, well, thank you for that. I'll take that as a compliment. Josh, you look like Johnny Depp. Yes. Now, I refuse to get a new number just because a bunch of people are trolling me. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a inconvenient pain in the ass for me. So why should I have to make my life inconvenient just because a bunch of assholes have no lives? That's what I'm getting at. Yes, and that's just the thing of it, is I haven't gotten all negative on my phone. I've gotten a couple of fans calling to talk to me and stuff, so mm. And I really do appreciate that comment. Thank you. Someone commented, even though Josh is a mild YouTube celebrity, he's entitled to a private life. Exactly. Like, I don't mind being on YouTube and entertaining you folks with my perspective on things, but at the same time, I'm not some goddamn circus animal. I don't make videos as soon as these trolls crack the whip. You know what I'm saying? That I do. I love my massive arms. I could fuck somebody up without even trying. Just one time, done. See, that's what I don't understand about it. YouTube. I know this is going to be off topic altogether, but I got massive arms and a decent looking penis. That's a decent size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's big enough to get the job done and then some. So, why is it then that I struggle with dating like I do? And it's gotten to the point where I don't even try because I'm more focused on my career. And if the right girl's meant to pop into my life, why force it? Because when it happens naturally, it's a lot more magical, so to speak. At least that's what they say. Ready to get my ass kicking steel toes on. Oof. Oh man, that fart I just did, I let two of them go, and that was, holy shit, that was gnarly. That's some gnar shit, man. It might take a minute for that ponds to dry on my lawn handle, but I'm not worried about it. Revamping it with that fresh paint job, it looks a lot better. There we go. We got 50 people watching this live stream and it's got 3 likes. That's what I like to see. But yeah, Glitterbeards, what the hell, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is that shit? If you're offended by chewing tobacco, tune out right now. If you're triggered by an autistic 27-year-old adult chewing tobacco, then turn away. Well, I could meet girls if I actually had more money and could actually afford to go to the bar every once in a while. And, you know, if I had more confidence in myself, to be honest. Which isn't easy because, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I got my own imperfections, you know, and man, makes me feel, I guess, vulnerable to an extent. Like, and this is what I believe. I believe every human is subconscious about their imperfections. I believe of all the critics in the world, we are the biggest critics of ourselves. And most of the time when I have, and this happens like, I'd say about 99.8% of the time, if I crush on a girl, it don't take long before I'm getting told no. And usually it's not from her, you know, usually it's, you find out some shit, you know what I'm saying? That she's taken, blah, 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 you know, so I'm pretty much used to being told no. And on top of that, I'm self-conscious about my Asperger's, and you know what I'm saying? So it becomes this thing where, like, okay, I already expect to be rejected, and I'm already self-conscious about my autism. So, but strangely enough, I've seen the way some women look at me, and it's not in a bad way either. I've seen the way that some of the ladies check me out, and well, even if it doesn't go any further than that, I still appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always nice to have a woman checking you out. It makes you feel sexy and confident. Yeah. That I do, but finding a boyfriend-free girl in a small-ass town is not exactly easy. I would have to agree, this here is a sick-ass mud jug. So I try to focus on things that I enjoy doing, like guitar playing, drinking, hanging out with friends. Which, if I have my money in my fucking, what's it called? Freaking, if I have the money in my what's it called? Account. There we go. I'll give me some booze. Because my Rick and Morty flask has been looking a little bit empty these last couple of days. But yeah, going back to the whole glitter beard thing, I don't understand it one fucking bit. Like this shit. I mean, you thought skinny jeans were weird. Copenhagen makes you feel real good. How that country song goes. No skinny jeans or emo. I cannot believe you just said that. Wow, that's misinformed, but that comment got you put in timeout. This can of Copenhagen was on sale like at like dollar and some odd cents off. I'm like, that's a good deal. Copenhagen wintergreen or Copenhagen mint? Which one do I like better? That's tough, but the Copenhagen mint and the blue can's got a nice burn to it. I take showers. I do not take baths. What's my opinion on emo? Well, goth was here first. We started the thing that evolved into emo. Like punk came first, and then goth evolved from punk, and then emo evolved from goth, and then fucking scene evolved from emo. So that's just how that goes. It all started with musical influences. I used to be very negative towards emos when I was younger, but I'm much older and I'm just like, I don't care. As long as they're not bothering me, I'm not going to bother them. Yes, I'm very tolerant of emos because I do realize that on the grander scheme of things, to the outsider's perspective, no one gives a shit about the differences. They're not going to care. They're not going to be like, oh, well, you know, one person's wearing trip pants, the other one's wearing skinny jeans. Who cares about the difference? What I'm saying is that to the average perspective of a human being, emo and goth look very similar because of the crazy hair and the black clothing and the sort of angsty, rebellious, emotional crap. You know what I'm saying? But would I date an emo girl? Yes, I would. Smoking hot emo chick? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Am I chewing tobacco? What do you think? Yeah. Lip blistering goodness. And when you get your mud jug to the point where you can just pop that lid off, just like that, without it making a huge mess. That's some darn shit, bro. Empty that mud jug out into the trash can. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, Copenhagen wintergreen is pretty good. The mint's got more of a burn to it, though. Hmm. About a 7 or an 8. It's a pretty good chew. Now, if I'm chewing, I like to take my finger and just kind of go like that. Kind of get all the chew bits off your teeth. There we go. Fucking Asperger's talking shit again. Do I have a wand to start the blue one for the batch? Let's take a look here. So, God damn. Nope, that's too dry. When you go in to make wands for Etsy and they just snap like that, yeah, no, that stick's way too dry. Oh, there we go. This one's got some, yeah. This one I can turn into a blue wand real easily. Use this as the handle because it kind of curves down a little bit. Yes. Let's see. There's. The nice thing about these branches right here, they don't look too difficult to trim off, and they're not. All right. I mean, carving a tip into this is going to be easy. I'm not going to want to sand this one too much, just enough to get the bark off because this stick's already pretty thin. And this is about as skinny as I want to go on the wands, just because if it was any thinner, it'd snap. But there we go. There, look at the get the next one started. But anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching my my rant on glitter beards and what have you. And if you like the live streams and the cooking videos, subscribe for more awesome content. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.